Want to make sure I can hear you a little better.
Oh, no way.
I got the pink one
Yeah, you did.
since you had the other color. Yeah.
Yeah, last time we talked when I was slamming mine down like I was hanging it up, I think I broke it. Well, it still
Yeah.
technically works, but like there were parts falling off of it. It's such a throwback. You like
Yeah.
subconsciously revert back to days of yore when you talk on the
Yeah,
phone.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel, and I even remember how I used to hold it. I would hold it like this, like from the bottom.
hmm
Yeah.
It makes you want to
Oh,
prop
there's,
your feet up on a desk.
yeah.
Yes.
So, oh,
Yeah, it's like you want to prop your feet up on a desk and swat flies with a fly swatter. Yeah, it's
yeah, I
funny.
don't know. Might fly down to Puerto Rico for the weekend.
They're gonna
Do
mail
I
you the
look
ticket.
relaxed?
Uh, Do you know when I went to New York City at the end of high school, they mailed us our tickets. They came in an envelope. How weird does that sound?
Like on paper.
Paper. Try to be hip talking to the kids these days. Or they're like if you had plane tickets mailed to you, you're automatically
Uh,
disqualified.
the key is Winston.
Talk to me.
Don't don't try. Don't try to be hip or cool
Yeah,
like
no,
these
because
musicians.
like trying immediately disqualifies you.
This happened when we were kids too. If there was anything cool going on or being said, as soon as an adult caught on to it and started saying it, it's over.
It's not cool anymore. Yeah. Yeah.
It is dead. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, welcome to Top of the Muffin.
To you.
Yes. Thank
That's
you,
pretty good.
Winston Hall, my co-host at Seinfeld, a podcast about Seinfeld sometimes. But even when we're not talking about Seinfeld, we tend to live by the social rules and the universe of Seinfeld. We kind of live in it all the time.
Yeah. And by the way, when we go off on a tangent, it always ends of its own volition every time.
You say volition, I say momentum, same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we always
Also,
find our way back.
a la George Costanza, other podcasts say this, by the way, but we actually do it. We are the opposite of every podcast you've ever met.
Yeah.
Other podcasts advertise and get paid for it. Not here.
No, no.
That's not what we do. We're the opposite.
And our sponsors don't give us any money.
No
We
money,
buy our products that sponsor us.
nor are they aware. That's how much that lesson that George learns in the episode titled "The Opposite"
Yeah.
means to us.
Well, I wanted to add too, we also don't have any followers or subscribers.
No, we
That's
actively
the
don't want you. We actively don't want you to subscribe or
No,
like our videos either.
no, because that's what other podcasts would do.
We're doing the opposite.
Yeah, clearly.
Sometimes people they stop me in the street. They ask me, "Why are you doing this?" I said, "Because we're the opposite of every podcast you've ever met."
Yeah, we don't advertise. We don't want subscribers. We don't want you to like our content. We don't want sponsors.
No,
We don't even want to do this. It's like we're so opposite that we're doing this. Like I don't want to be doing this, but here we are
we're so
because we have
opposite that
to.
we're doing this begrudgingly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not for fun. No,
no.
no. Or connecting with old friends. Like that's. I mean, who wants to do that? Oh wait, what?
Old friends. Anyway, well, we love Baron Turf and Tractor. We love
Ah,
Zevia for reasons
yes,
beyond understanding. We love Zevia.
yes.
You know what other organization that I hope I'm speaking for you here. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but we here at Top of the Muffin are big fans of NASA,
Ah, oh, don't get me started.
the
Only the
National
greatest.
Aeronautics, I'm not talking about the National Air and Space Airframe.
No,
No, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the famous NASA.
I can say this unequivocally. Out of all the aeronautic space administrations, they're my favorite. Favorite.
Number one.
Far and away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Space nerd right here. Why are they
Yeah. No,
sponsoring
we
it?
love. Oh, no, they would never. That's not what we.
Oh.
Did you not hear the whole rant about the opposite?
You just like talking
You
about
know what?
NASA.
Just go out there and start donating to NASA.
Yes.
Go support NASA.
Yeah. We want to
I've
get to
got a
Mars.
NASA shirt and a NASA hoodie, and I don't feel like I have enough.
Dude, I'm a NASA junkie. I have been my whole life. I love NASA.
Big fans of NASA here at Top of the Muffin. You're welcome,
Yeah.
NASA. Enjoy that spike in your funding.
There's congressmen right now making phone calls because of that. They're like, did you hear Top of the Muffin? Oh, I heard.
With great power comes great responsibility. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, all that stuff. We need to be careful. It's the burden of responsibility that we have with such a powerful podcast.
You know, that's my biggest fear, honestly, when I come on here, is that I'll say the wrong thing and like tip world markets or something. You know, like it's scary. We have a lot of power here.
But listen, you can't podcast scared. You just got to say what you think. I understand that feeling, but just be confident, be bold.
That should be our first T-shirt. Don't podcast scared.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would
be confident. You played basketball. You know what it's like. You can't shoot the ball saying, I really hope this goes in. I really, really hope this goes. No, you got to be like, this is going in.
I agree. So what, back to NASA. Why did you bring up NASA? Just because you like NASA?
Yeah.
I'm all aboard. So to speak.
Did you print out the thing?
Did I print out the thing? You're talking to a guy who graduated from college. Thank you very much.
Oh, college. Check out the college kid over here.
I know how to print things. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, fancy.
When I was in college, I did a lot of printing. I don't want to brag. Like a lot.
Whoa.
Yeah. And sometimes in more than one color.
What's your degree in? Printing?
Pretty much. I have a degree in journalism. Print journalism. Can you believe?
That's how old you are. It was actually print journalism.
Dude, I went to college and got a degree in print journalism, not knowing that within 10 years, no one would print anything.
Yeah.
I might as well have gotten a degree
in steam engines or the cotton gin.
Yeah. I could have got a
degree
the
printing press.
Yeah, I could have been like an expert in the printing press.
Or the lever. Okay. So first, we want to reach a larger audience. The nice thing about being online is it can go around the world. I didn't know if you knew this about the internet, Winston. Whenever I post something, you can reach it anywhere. Spain, the Philippines, South Africa.
The Marshall Islands.
The Marshall Islands.
Yeah. Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Like everywhere.
Toledo. Well, anyway, we want to reach some of our maybe audiences that don't speak. The other thing I realized, Seinfeld is not translated into every language, or maybe it is. I don't know.
It should be.
But we want to do our part to help out, and so we have a few scenes we're going to read through today. Isn't that right, Winston?
Yes, I have Spanish. This looks like is it Italian?
Spanish, and Italian. So we have 3 scenes here.
Okay.
The first one is what kind of lives are these? They're in the coffee shop, and they're coming to the realization that they are not men, they're children. And what kind of lives are these? And we need to make some changes. And that's what this scene is about. This one's in Spanish. Now, do you want to be George or Jerry?
I'll be George.
You be George? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're the first line, and you're talking about how
This is going to be so stupid. I can't wait.
You're talking about how, have you ever felt like you had a haircut but you didn't have one? You're all itchy back here.
There's no way we're going to do this without laughing.
All right.
It's already.
Man, the little things. What is this? Do you ever feel like you had a haircut but you didn't have one?
Okay, so I'm George, you're Jerry.
Yeah.
So not only are we reading in a foreign language, but we're acting in a foreign language.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
actors.
Yeah.
We're not actors. What are we doing?
No, well, we
Okay.
have a brief acting resume, which we should go into in
Oh,
another podcast sometime. We should
yes, we
talk
do.
about that.
We actually, I'm just kind of being humble. We're actually really good actors.
It's good to be humble, though.
Yeah.
But, we
I'm
dabble.
actually, I'll be honest with you, Jonathan. I'm the
No,
most humble person I know, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
But no, I'm more humble than you. Like, definitely.
All right. 3, 2.
¿Qué es esto? ¿Alguna vez has tenido la sensación de que te cortaste el pelo, pero en realidad no lo hiciste? Me pica todo por aquí atrás. ¿Qué? ¿Qué?
¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué estamos haciendo? ¿Qué demonios estamos haciendo?
¿Qué?
Nuestras vidas. ¿Qué clase de vidas son estas? Somos con niños, no somos hombres.
No.
No somos hombres.
No lo somos. No somos hombres.
Se nos ocurren todas estas razones estúpidas para cortar con estas mujeres.
Lo sé. Eso es lo que hago. Eso es lo que hago.
Vamos. Vamos a estar sentados aquí cuando tengamos 60 años como dos idiotas.
Deberíamos estar cenando con nuestros hijos cuando tengamos 60.
Somos patéticos. ¿Lo sabes?
Sí, como si no supiera que soy patético. Patético.
¿Por qué no puedo ser normal?
Sí, yo también quiero ser normal. Normal.
Serio, bonito, preocuparse por alguien.
Sí, preocuparse. And insane.
And scene. All right, well, we got through it.
My favorite line. Como dos idiotas. Como dos idiotas.
So that is for our Espanol speakers. And this is good because the next scene follows up to this one.
Oh, is it? Wait, which was this the one where Jerry had an interesting conversation with George?
Jerry is now back at his apartment. He's talking to Kramer, and he says, "I just had a very interesting conversation with George." He's talking about this big, important conversation that Jerry and George just had. Jerry's talking to Kramer. All right, who do you want?
You be Kramer, I'll be Jerry.
Okay. ¿Qué?
Hoy tuve un almuerzo muy interesante con George Costanza.
¿En serio?
Estábamos hablando de nuestras vidas y los dos nos dimos cuenta de que somos niños, no somos hombres.
Entonces se preguntaron, ¿no hay algo más en la vida?
Sí, eso hicimos.
Bueno, déjame decirte algo. No lo hay.
¿No lo hay?
En absoluto. A ver, ¿en qué estás pensando, Jerry? ¿Matrimonio? ¿Familia?
Bueno.
Son prisiones. Prisiones hechas por el hombre. Estás cumpliendo condena. Te levantas en la mañana, él está ahí. Te acuestas en la noche, él está ahí. Es como si tuvieras que pedir permiso para ir al baño. Está bien, sí, eso, el baño ahora.
¿En serio?
Sí. Y olvídate de ver televisión mientras comes.
¿Así?
Claro. ¿Sabes por qué? Porque es la hora de la cena. ¿Y sabes qué haces en la cena?
¿Qué?
Hables de tu día. ¿Cómo te fue hoy? ¿Tuviste un buen día o, o un mal día? Bueno, ¿qué tipo de día fue? Pues no sé. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo te fue hoy? Hoy
Vaya.
es triste, Jerry. Es triste. Es una situación. Es una situación triste.
Me alegra que hayamos tenido esta charla.
Oh, no tienes idea.
My favorite part of that is
Sí.
because you have it memorized, like the English, you know exactly what they're saying, even though you don't necessarily know what they're saying.
I didn't know all of them,
No, but
but
like
I knew the one big one.
yeah, she's there. You know, she's there.
All right, this next one, UB Kramer,
Oh, wait. Hang on. My Italian's a little.
he's at the bar with the sniffing accountant wearing the sweater, and he's
Okay.
trying to goad him into admitting he does drugs.
So, Italian, huh? Okay. Hey, the links we go to
Yeah.
please our fans.
By the way, this is the start of, we're going to have to hit a lot of countries. You're welcome, by the way, Mexico, Spain, and Italy.
Yeah.
And if your country, if we're not speaking your country's language today, we'll get there. You know, send us your comments. We'll try to hit Norway soon.
Yeah. Scandinavian languages. Then we'll get to African languages, which are a little trickier, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
All right.
I'm Kramer.
Yeah, you beat Kramer on this
Okay. Everybody ready?
You went Italian.
Okay,
All right,
ready?
3,
And
2.
mi dia una beretta, Charlie.
Mi chiamo Mitch.
Ah, non c'è niente come un bel freddo dopo una lunga giornata, eh?
Yeah.
Oh sì, mi è capitato di bere una birra o due, ma d'altra parte mi è capitato di fare un sacco di cose. La sigaretta,
No, non le tocco mai.
lo la mando di come Coca-Cola. Bebrendiamo a sentirsi buono tutto il tempo.
Oh,
Thank you.
good job. You had the prop and everything. That was
I
great.
didn't know this would be handy, yeah.
Yeah, that was. Well,
I
anyway.
put it in. Anyway, you can cut that part.
Hey, I tip my cap to you, sir. Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravissimo.
Grazie. Grazie.
Molto bene.
That
All
was
right.
pretty good. The next time we'll do German.
Yeah, you want to do German?
German's good.
I got a Korean translation, but I had it spelled out phonetically. That's going to be tough.
I'll have to study that one in advance.
No, we're the opposite.
Oh yeah.
We're the opposite of every
study.
podcast.
We
Yeah.
don't prepare.
I like so I think the key is you should pick a scene that you know really well. You know the English too really well. You know the visuals. Yeah. That helps.
Okay, this has my wheels turning. Like serious conversation topic.
Mm.
Does a lot of the humor of Seinfeld come from the cadence of the way they talk in English? Like is the Spanish cadence of humor different than the English cadence?
I kind of see it as it's, you have the funny ideas, such as double dipping a chip, right?
Yes.
That idea is, which is why the German podcast, the clip you sent me, that translates through all languages because it's an idea of it's social etiquette. It's examining these unwritten social rules.
Yeah. which are intrinsically funny.
Those ideas in English sure has its own je ne sais quoi.
Je l'ai vu. Yeah, like como dos idiotas.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, anyway,
that
yeah. So, yeah, part of the challenge is learning how to take those delivery cues and figure out a way to make them work in other languages. It's going to be pretty tough, but we will, again, we're the opposite of every podcast. We will not be practicing. You're going to see the process live on top of the muffin.
which is so bold. That's just bold.
Yeah. Yeah. And humble. Don't forget humble. We're really humble.
Bold. Super humble.
Yeah. All right. Moving
Uh,
on.
yes, moving on.
All right. Main topic today. I'm going to talk about Newman.
Newman. All right.
So Newman is Jerry and Kramer's neighbor in the apartment building. He's a United States postal worker. But he's friends with Kramer. He's very close friends with Kramer. They're often involved in get rich quick schemes, things like that.
The Michigan
But his
bottle department
main,
scheme. Yeah.
yes, the rickshaw.
Mm.
They were selling the records of the older gentlemen. They were trying to steal records and sell them. I don't know if you remember that one.
Yes. Yes.
But his main, I don't know if it's his main purpose, but the main thing we see on the show is that he is Jerry's arch enemy. And so I want to examine their enmity.
Okay. I like it.
He's Jerry's nemesis, one might say.
Yes.
He's also surprisingly athletic. He plays great tennis and he can climb like a ringtail lemur, a skill he learned, according to him, in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. What was he doing in the Pacific Northwest?
And how does that just explain it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the Pacific Northwest.
That's funny.
Let's do both. Why does Jerry hate Newman with the level of animosity that he has, and vice versa? Why does Newman hate Jerry? I want to start with why does Newman hate Jerry? I think that might be a little bit easier to explain.
Well, let's start with this. They're neighbors.
Mm.
And did you ever live in an apartment, like an actual apartment, like cooped up with other
Yep.
people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm thinking there's a backstory, an untold backstory about them just being neighbors.
If you ever live in an apartment complex with any number of other people, you will probably butt heads with some of your neighbors from time to time. Noise issues.
Yes.
Yeah, it just happens. You live in close proximity. It's normal.
I won't name names, but I once referred to an upstairs neighbor as Clompy McClomperton because it
Explains
sounded like
it all.
they couldn't just walk, like they clomped everywhere they went. Clompy McClomperton.
Yeah. Well, as far as we're aware, Newman just lives down the hall, so there's not an above below thing that could explain it, but there could be any number of neighbor things, really. Especially living in New York, which by the way is in New York State. So Newman is he's generally a jovial guy. In fact, at one point, Jerry even grudgingly admits he is merry. He's a merry fellow. He's at the yogurt place ordering yogurt for his friends, but he despises Jerry. Now, one theory is that Jerry moved into the building and kind of stole Kramer. Like Kramer was Newman's friend. And now he doesn't get to hang out with his best friend Kramer as much. That's one idea.
Jealousy. I could see that.
Yeah. And then at another time, Newman's talking to George and says, you hang out on the West Side, laughing it up, wasting your lives. And I think that's it too. He views himself as like a hardworking,
postal worker.
Yeah, he's a hardworking postal employee. And he sees the people in this apartment just skating through life, not really thinking. Jerry gets to do his comedy, But if you remember, Newman is kind of a poet too. He writes poetry. He helps Kramer talk to
With
the girl he's interested in.
was that Pam?
Pam,
Pam.
Pam.
Do you know how pervasive Seinfeld is? I have friends named Pam, and every time I see him, I have to muffle the desire to go Pam. And then when we had our ice storm and they quit delivering mail, I was like, rain nor sleet nor something. It's the first one.
It's the first one.
I was like waiting for the mail to get delivered just so I could say that line. Anyway, Pam,
Pam,
Pam.
Pam, Pam. Oh, well, speaking of which, Newman's also kind of not a good employee. You kind of touched on it. It's if it rains, he doesn't show up.
Yeah.
At one point, he takes his mail bags and just throws them in a storage unit of Jerry's instead of delivering it.
Which is a
At one
federal
point, he
crime.
says no one breaks the 50% mark of delivering mail.
So Newman just doesn't like Jerry for a various number of reasons. It seems like jealousy. He stole him. He has a job he doesn't like. He doesn't make a lot of money. His poetry isn't recognized.
Yeah, his poetry. He's petty, you know.
Yeah. Oh, and he had a crush on Elaine.
He has unrequited
Jerry,
love for Elaine. That's right.
and Jerry had been with Elaine, and they dated.
Oh, I didn't think
Jealousy
about
there.
that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
pretty easily explained. Okay.
Yeah. And so every interaction now just builds
Yeah.
the animosity. Whenever he sees Jerry making out with what's her name during Schindler's List, he can't wait to tattle on him to his parents and his girlfriend's parents.
Yeah, like a child.
Yeah. Anyway, on the flip side, now, why does Jerry hate Newman so much? At one point says, I've looked into his eyes. He's pure evil.
Which is a heck of a thing to say.
His hatred runs really deep. And that's a little bit harder to explain. Unless
Maybe-
he's just responding, you know.
That's what I was about to say. Maybe he's just reciprocating the dislike.
Because I don't think Jerry really hates anyone else that we see. He has like other rivals, like the high school guy who beat him in the race, Duncan, but no
But
one
didn't
with
they-
a preoccupying hatred that he has for Newman.
But here's what's funny about that. He says he's evil. And clearly he doesn't
Pure
like him.
evil.
Yeah. But he's always doing things and interacting with Newman all the time.
They will put aside their differences from time to time to collaborate. That's also true.
Yeah, like they're friends. Like they interact so much, you'd say, well, they're friends. But how can you be friends with someone that you hate or that you think is pure evil? Like they're constantly interacting with each other all the time.
They have to.
And Jerry and Newman, Kramer and Newman are clearly friends.
Yeah.
And Kramer and Jerry are friends. So they're all friends. But yeah,
It's I'm seeing kind of almost a love triangle thing, a friendship love triangle.
a friendship love triangle. Yeah. Where because of the existing friendships, they have to interact.
Yeah.
Like, well, I was just watching yesterday when Jerry walks in on Kramer and Newman discussing the bottle deposit operation.
Mm-hmm.
And
In his
says,
apartment, in Jerry's apartment.
In Jerry's apartment, yeah. And then Jerry's like, "Oh, y'all aren't considering that Michigan bottle deposit thing." like Jerry has this intimate knowledge of what they were doing, and Kramer's like, "No, you'll blow your margins." But Newman is sitting there in Jerry's apartment.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting dichotomy.
Yeah,
Jerry
totally, he has a level of acceptance of things that you would expect of a friend, that they just hang out in your place.
Right.
You know,
He's just
while
there.
you're not there.
Yes. Yeah,
Which
he
is
leaves.
bananas to me.
You two are going to be okay or whatever?
They lift their bottles. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
At one point, I think he says, "Can I get you guys some drinks or sandwiches?"
And wasn't they Weren't they making the sausage in Jerry's apartment?
At one point, he shows up and there's just sausages all over the
It was,
kitchen,
but Newman
just
was in there for
tons of
that, right?
sausage. And they've
Yeah.
got a meat grinder on the counter, and there's a song, and they're dancing to making sausage.
Okay, serious question. Would you be okay having a neighbor like that you come home to your apartment and they're in your apartment? I just can't imagine getting to that place. But that's
Well,
okay. To that point, it's clearly Jerry doesn't think enough of Newman to let him not be in there while he's gone. They're
yeah,
friends.
he
That's what
kind
I'm
of
saying.
tolerates him, and there is, yeah, maybe there's an underlying friendship. The other thing is Jerry is obsessed with Superman, and I think sees himself as Superman. And what does Superman need? So needs Lex Luthor. He needs his
Yeah,
nemesis.
that's what I was trying to say. And
So maybe it also has to do with how he views himself as a superhero.
he has to have a nemesis.
Which also, speaking of the race, he talks about how it has blazing speed.
Oh,
He might
I,
kind of think he's Superman. This might be a better topic, because Jerry actually thinks he's Clark Kent, waiting to unveil himself as Superman.
I have to tell you the funniest story. It happened to me yesterday. That falls right into this discussion. I host a TV show here every now and then, locally,
Yeah,
because my friend has a TV show. Okay, and
it's
every now and
called
then,
Real Talk with Winston and the Winston Seven.
close. It's called Loving Living Local. It's a morning show here in town, and I get up there and I read the teleprompter and we do the little things, right? So yesterday I got real bold and I did a cold reading of the teleprompter. So we come back and I'm teasing the next spot that's coming up after this. And the guy's name, I don't remember his last name, but it was like Robert Superman, whatever his last name was. Okay?
Like
But
in
when she read the
quotes?
no, that was the trick. She didn't put Superman in quotes. And because he doesn't want to get in trouble with Marvel or whoever, he adds an N to the end of his name. So on the cold reading on live television, I come across the word Supermann. And I was like, okay, is this guy's name Super?
But wait a minute. This is a nickname, right?
Yes.
You
But
said it's like Robert Superman
yes.
something last name. Yeah.
I can't remember his name. I just remembered, but there were no quotes, and there was an N on the end. So on live television, I'm thinking, is it possible this guy's name is Superman?
Superman.
So I introduced him as Superman.
Like unironically as his real name.
So what I learned I had made a mistake was he walks onto the studio set and he's wearing a Superman shirt.
Now,
And I was like,
did
oh,
you say
you must be Mr. Superman. You must be Mr. Superman.
you said Superman, not Superman?
No, I introduced him as Mr. Superman. And Susan said,
Oh, and stay tuned for our next segment. And here's Robert Superman.
I said, in my defense, the second N threw me for a loop. I was like,
I could also see Superman. You know.
Yeah. I was like, if the other N hadn't been there, then it's clearly Superman. But there were two N's. Superman. And I was like, that's the most Seinfeld thing that's ever happened to me on live television. I was like, Superman?
Did you do it with a question? Superman?
Superman.
Well, anyway, we delved into some of the reasons why Newman hates Jerry, Jerry hates Newman. Of course, Jerry, every time he sees Newman, he says,
hello, Newman.
hello, Newman.
Hello, Newman.
Hello, Jerry. Anyway.
The animosity.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can't think, there's a guy I knew that he just rubbed me the wrong way. And I can't really give a good reason. And I feel bad about how much I just couldn't get along with this guy. We eventually got past it. We got along fine. But that first like 6 months or so when I just met him, it was just a perfect clash. Have you ever met someone it just clashes you perfectly in every way?
You
And
know,
it would just bother me. And I had more emotion than was warranted, in that
some of those
situation.
people end up being your best friends. You have to figure out people, and then I have friends like that after you finally crack the code, the friendship code, or maybe that's what happened to Newman and Jerry. Hey, listen, I just
Uh,
got the signal from my production manager that we're going to lunch.
okay, gotta go.
Yeah, so this has to end of its own volition. But what's the next
Till
topic?
next time. What?
Wait, what's the next topic? We'll tease it.
I have two social situations that are Seinfeld-esque in their kind of social etiquette breaches that we'll
Oh yeah.
analyze.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
say that for next time.
Life of a musician, am I right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Loved it.
We
Good
really
talk.
got to get in the Merchant Marine soon.
Ah,